Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the fourth video in my Trial of Ascension series this month, and you guys know what it is. It's level 90. This was the hardest floor yet. 100 is, I think, harder because I'm stuck on it right now. So yeah, this was the hardest floor yet. And I think I ended up just getting pretty lucky, and that's how I beat this floor. It took me probably about 10 or so tries, maybe more, I'm not really sure. Between 10 to 20 tries until I finally beat it. So I'm not going to really go over the enemy's abilities in depth, but I'm just gonna kind of briefly go over what we have to watch out for. So the Artamiel basically counterattacks whenever you crit any of his allies. The monkeys will always, they have a 25% chance to counterattack when you attack an ally. You don't have to crit. And then the yetis only counterattack when they have a buff up. Like, I don't know if they end up buffing in this video, but you guys will see they buff and they get 2 buffs. Let me look it up real quick. So they get one that increases their attack power, and I think the other one shows up and it just, it says may counterattack when an ally is attacked with a 50% chance. So basically it's a bunch of counterattacking, and Artamiel has a heal. So I'm gonna go over this video, I'll play it and tell you guys kind of how I did it. So we're just gonna go step by step. I'm gonna buff up first with the speed boost just because that's important. I could have done some other things like debuff, but this option was like the best. It always worked out the best. So now I'm gonna go for a stun on everything. And, oh yeah, the monkeys also have, like, a passive, let me find it, decreases the inflicted damage by 25%, so that's just for both monkeys, I believe. And I went for the monkeys first because I tried going for the yetis, but for some reason, like, the yetis were a lot tankier than the monkeys. I don't know why, but the monkeys, when I dotted them, they actually started to die, but the yetis never really seemed to die at all. So I went for the monkeys first, and you can also go for the monkeys first. Like, another good reason why is because they just have like a flat 25% chance to counterattack all the time, but the yetis have their counterattack whenever they have their buff up. So obviously you can like seize the buff and stuff like that, and it's not always up all the time. So that's another reason to go for the monkeys first. The monkeys and the yetis do like a lot of damage, and Artamiel really doesn't do that much. And I'm going to keep him defense broken. I'm going to try to throughout like the whole thing because I'm pretty sure all the archangels scale off defense. Like, he does damage based on his defense. So that's really key to keep him defense broken. So let's keep watching. One of the monkeys counterattacks, but the Artamiel didn't. So I get 2 stuns, which is pretty good. Then I'm going to go ahead and put dots up, and I get another stun, but I crit, so then Artamiel counterattacks. Then I'm going to get the defense break on Artamiel to lessen his damage. Then right there, I decide to go for the glancing hit instead of the AoE slow. I think I was saving that to try to get more stuns next turn because you guys saw I just used Beretta's dots, which is his like AoE chance to stun because he's on despair, and I used Veramosa's stomp thing. So I'm pretty sure I just saved that to try to do it next round when the monkeys and the yetis are not stunned anymore, to try to stun them. So let's keep going. Then Artamiel moves. So right now, I need to keep up the debuffs on the monkeys and the yetis, so I believe I'm focusing on keeping the monkeys' damage as low as possible because the yetis can possibly buff, which means that's one turn that they're not attacking, so I tried to debuff the monkey, but that didn't work, but that's okay. So I decided to start focusing on the left monkey. I'm gonna keep pausing this and going and stuff. Okay, so I decided to turbulence a yeti because I know the yetis are gonna look to buff. So I do that and that works out well. Then I'm gonna buff up because I'm about to get attacked by Artamiel, the 2 monkeys, and one of the yetis. And the yeti is going to move before the monkeys, so he's probably going to buff. So there we go. I get my buff up, and I'm just going to keep focusing on the left monkey because he has the defense break on him. And Veramos ends up taking a lot of damage. They always focus Veramos because the yetis are light and Artamiel is light, and light is strong against dark. So right here I'm going to heal. And I believe I'm going to try to, yeah, I get a lucky stun on that monkey because he's about to move, and then that's when I use my Shannon Decelerate to try to get more stuns, and I end up getting 1 more stun, which is definitely helpful, and the slow on Artamiel, but Artamiel is no longer defense broken, which is like kind of bad. And then right here I make a decision to not do the stomp because I have 2 out of 4 of the add stunned. So I am going to save that for when they're all up. And I'm just going to keep focusing that left monkey. Artamiel has his heal up and that monkey's getting kind of low, so I have to be aware of that. I use Bernard's debuff on Artamiel because he's about to attack and he's not defense broken. So that works out good. I believe I'm going to seize something here, but let's see. I think I'm going to seize the right yeti because the left yeti he already moved, so his attack bar is very low and he just has the boosted attack power buff, or I think I said left yeti. And then the right yeti has the buff that has a 50% chance to counterattack whenever an ally is attacked. Let me make sure it's an ally. Yeah, so I believe I'm going to try to seize the right yeti. And we'll see what I do. Yeah, so we get the seize off, which is really good because that's going to prevent him from counterattacking more. And then both monkeys get their counterattack off. I believe I'm going to try to stun that right yeti because he's about to move. Okay, I actually stunned the monkey. I probably should have gone for that yeti though. Okay, now I'm gonna stomp because only 1 monkey is stunned and I get a really lucky 4-man stun. Actually, I think it was 3 because that monkey on the left was already stunned. So I tried glancing Artamiel because he's about to move. That was probably a bad decision. I probably should have tried to glance the yeti on the left because he's about to move again. And then the Artamiel finally heals, so I guess I switch off to the monkey on the right. And as you see here, the yetis are kind of getting low, and the other monkey was low, and that monkey's like kind of getting low. Like, they're not really getting low, but they're actually taking some damage, right? So in my last video, I said I waited till today, well technically yesterday, to get the last Devilmon in Beretta's dots, because I believed that that's how I was going to beat this level, just constantly dotting them up, and Artamiel's heal won't be up enough. So it's kind of working out, but this level is still really hard. So I debuff Artamiel. I probably should have been paying attention to who's going to move more because I could have used Bernard to debuff like the yeti on the left over here, and then I could have used Bella to debuff Artamiel. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of using debuffs defensively and offensively, so that was like more or less fine. Because if I debuffed the yeti on the left then Artamiel, the monkey wouldn't have a debuff on him, but the one on the left already did, so I could have just tried to focus that one on the left, but then the one on the right's already kind of lower, so it's kind of like hard to decide. So I just kind of make decisions and see how they go. So what did I just do? I don't know, but Pharaoh's getting really low, and I decided to pep talk because, yeah, I think I knew Bella's heal was up. Artamiel's heal is down for a while longer, you guys can see in the upper right corner. Everyone's stunned, which is really good. I probably could have saved that despair for when they were up again, like when they were unstunned, but it ended up being fine. I'm debuffing the monkeys, kind of just based on who's going to move, because I know the yetis will do their buff thing, which means they're not going to move for a turn, they're just going to buff. So right there I just used my dots, and whenever I use skills I kind of keep it in like the back of my head, like I kind of know when they're going to come up again. So Veramos is super low, and I'm just kind of like debating what I want to do. Right here I also get a really lucky, what's that, violent proc? I almost just forgot the name. So I get a really lucky violent proc to save Veramos a little bit longer. And right here again, Artamiel's heal is still down and I wasn't paying attention. I probably could have dotted up the monkey on the left again, but the right one's kind of safer because his heal might be up after this turn, and the monkey would have moved, like, not in the right way. Like, I don't know. So I'm just taking things slowly and figuring out what I need to debuff here. I decided to go for that yeti because the one on the right's already pretty low, and unfortunately I lose Veramos, but it ends up being okay. So Artamiel heals that yeti on the right, which was like kinda good. I tried to defense break him there again to reduce the damage that he's doing, but I didn't get it off. His heal's like on like a forever cooldown, so I'm going to use glancing on him to try to stop the damage a little bit. I get the attack break on him, but that's not going to help with anything. I'm going to turbulence that yeti so I have more time on him to try to kill him before he can, like, I don't know, just get more dots on him while he's still stunned, so he's not doing damage. And then I land the glancing on the yeti, so, and then there, just keep up the defense break on Artamiel. So the yeti's gonna die next turn. Artamiel's heal's down, but I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I should. I think I was just worried that those two dots aren't gonna really kill him, so I got the final dots, which will definitely finish him off, and then I can go on Artamiel right now and just focus him. So this is the point. From here on, it takes like 12 minutes for me to finish this. Like, this felt like eternity, but it really wasn't. It was just like 12 minutes. 12 minutes is a pretty long time just to like be sitting here battling this guy. But basically, I'm gonna keep playing it and I'll explain what happens. So I just want to keep that defense break on him, and I realized that I want to keep the slow on him too, to slow down those turns that his heal's gonna come up, and also keep attack bar resetting him at key times. So this fight actually lasts a while, and I am not quite sure at this point if I can actually beat him, but I stuck with it and started picking up on some patterns. Like, I don't think he heals when he's around 50%. Like, I think he has to be below 50%. But you guys will see here, his heal is up, and I'm not paying attention to that, but I should be. So he's gonna end up healing up, but I feel like I end up making a little bit of progress on him. Like, the main thing I was concerned about is, am I actually making progress on him, or is he just gonna be able to heal up full? So I just battle, and I end up figuring out the most efficient way to, well, the only way to really beat him, I don't know if it's the only way, but I started to notice that Bernard's first skill was doing more damage than his second. So basically, for Bernard, I would use the third skill to speed up, and I would only use his first skill. And then Bella, I didn't really test if her first or second did more. I actually might, I'm not sure, we'll see. But I just kept using her first, and then with Shannon, I just used the slow whenever it was up, basically, because I think on one of these heals, like right here, see the slow fell off? Her slow was on cooldown though, so that's okay, but she misses it here, and like, he just gets too much time, like too much attack bar buff and stuff. Like, I think his passive is like actually... Oh, okay, so he only counterattacks, I think. Oh, what the heck? He even counterattacks when he's attacked with a crit. And then his attack bar is increased by 15%, so there's the RNG for you, like, the more I crit, the more attack bar he gets. So I'm buffing up with Tailwind. I don't know exactly when I actually realized that, like, the strategy... And also, you can use Bella's Mobilize to help you move more. But at that point, he wasn't very low, so he wasn't going to heal anyways, and it's down. So let me, I'm probably just going to skip ahead until the actual death. Well, hold on. So right there, like, you'll see here, he's going to heal, and the main thing I was looking for was if I'm making progress on him. So, like, I'm actually going to go back a little bit more, but if you remembered when I first started fighting him, his health was, like, a lot more. Like, he healed more. So, that was kind of what I was looking for each time he healed. Okay, so, let's see. So, he's going to heal here in a second. And let me actually see where his health bar goes. Okay, so it went to the beginning of that flame right there you can see on the screen, like the pillar, like it pretty much went there. So it's at the pillar right now, and then we're gonna skip ahead to when he heals again, and we'll see where it goes. And this also does rely on me not getting crits, because if I crit him, it increases his attack bar a little bit. So the main two things I was looking for was just that good RNG, and okay, yeah. So you see here, when he healed again, it's not to that pillar that we were at before. So that lets me know that I did make a little bit of progress on him, that I'm actually out damaging him. So that's why I wasn't really paying attention to it. I should have, though. Like, I should have taken this slower. So we'll skip ahead, and his heal's down for a while. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back and figure out where that actually was. And then we can go ahead and take a look. Okay, so we can say that it's kind of a little bit past the tip of that first wing, I guess. Actually, it's kind of like vertical with the second little chunk of his inner wing. Like, you see the inner wing, it's kind of in line with that. So that's what I will go with. And then, so we made progress on that heal, and then let's see what happens with the second heal right here. So, I don't think I actually kill him now, but yeah, I don't think I do. We'll see, though. It does get really close here, and I was getting, like, kind of worried because I was like, oh, this is my only chance. Actually, this is where I kill him. Nice. Okay, no. Okay, so we made pretty much the same amount of progress right there. Like, the increment is the same, you know, from that pillar to the inner wing thing, like the furthest part that sticks out. And then we actually made a little bit more here. So it's about, I don't know, it's about in line with that inner, like, thing of his, like, pauldrons or whatever those are called. His shoulder things. So I'm gonna keep doing my rotation, like the most efficient one that I found out, which was the slowing him down whenever my Shannon had it up, using the attack bar reset whenever that's up, and using Bella's first, and using Bernard's first skill to do damage, and obviously speed myself up whenever that's up. So speed up, and then I also use the heal there because Shannon was kind of getting low, and that also increases my attack bar. I was worried about that, like I was worried about healing because I was worried that if I didn't do that tiny bit of damage with Bella that it would not be good. So his heal's down for a little bit longer. I need to get the slow on him. And then we're sped up again, and I attack bar reset. I probably could have saved that for next turn, but it ended up being fine, because it's just going to slow him down on one more turn. And his attack bar was like pretty full, so that's definitely a good time to use it when it's mostly full. And his heal is still down again, but I think I could have sped up at that point, but I was afraid he was going to heal or something. I'm going to keep up the slow even though he already has it. I want it on again for when he moves. So I get the attack bar reset, and his heal is still down, and this is where I eventually finish him. So that felt like forever, but it actually wasn't. It was just like 12 minutes. And I'm going to summon the scroll for you guys. And we will wait for the summon. Just gonna check my shop real quick. I won't spoil it. So no lightning, and it's the Dark Frankenstein. I believe the light one can be used on like PvP defense, but I don't think the dark one's used for anything, but I'm just gonna keep it anyways because like light and dark monsters are really hard to obtain. So I'm gonna keep that, put that in storage. And that was it for 90. Basically, I got really lucky on all of the stuns and stuff on the other mobs, and then it just ended up, like, my monsters ended up doing more damage than Artamiel could heal, because, like, I had the slows and stuff on him. That was, like, the main stuff. And then the two factors that I was looking for when I was battling him was, am I actually progressing in damage that I'm doing? And to do it like most efficiently, because I kept using Bernard's second skill, and then I realized that his first was doing more damage than the second, so that's what helped me win. So this level was super difficult. I'm stuck on 100 right now. Everything through 100 went pretty smoothly. I did wipe a couple times on some of the levels, like the brownie level I died once, but then I did it again and I actually focused more. Like, I think I went for 1 fire, 1 water brownie, and then I got through that level. The Hua level with like the mammoths that like remove all your dots, that level was kind of hard. I'm pretty sure I beat that with just Beretta alive with like a sliver of health. So I didn't really mind that that level was too close. I was just like, okay, I beat it, so let's keep moving on. So I'm stuck on 100, and the furthest I've gotten on 100 is to the second wave, but I died in the second wave, and I'm using, I got past the first wave with Beretta, Veramos, Bella, Bernard, and Sig. I really need Sig to do damage because, like, it's 3 Junos and 2 Annabelles, and that's just a recipe for disaster for dots and any debuffs at all. So I had to use Sig. I tried using my normal team that I'm showing you guys here, but that team didn't work. It failed miserably. I couldn't even get past the first level. And then I also tried using Beretta, Vero, Bella, Shannon, Sig, because Some people were saying that you need the slow on the final boss, but I couldn't even get past the first level. So I'm going to keep trying. Sig is only level 35 right now, so I'm probably going to try to make him level 40. I have 20 days to do that, and I'm probably just going to be farming dragons to try to get Bella and Veramos tankier and faster, to get those heals out more. And I'm just going to keep doing research to see if there's anything that can help me, any advice or whatever, and hopefully I can beat it before reset. And I'm kind of wondering if this is even like the best way to go about it, because I've wasted like a lot of energy doing these levels over and over again, like the level 90 that I just showed you guys. I spent a lot of energy on that, so it's probably not the most efficient right now. I mean, it probably is for that one light and dark scroll, because just think about how many you get. Not that many. You only get one per month, and then you get one from TOA, and then the pieces never really show up. They're like super expensive, so it's probably worth it, and 100 is probably worth it too. I just hope that this was like the hardest TOA ever. Like, that's what I'm hoping, because I'm kind of struggling, and if TOA can possibly get any harder, where my monsters are at right now, like, I've only been playing for 4 months, like 4 months and 2 days. So where my monsters are at right now, I'm just gonna keep struggling, and my runes are like super bad still, so I hope it gets better. Like, I hope this is the hardest one, but we'll see. I'm gonna definitely try for 100. So that's it for this video. This level sucked. We're like at the current state of the game that I'm in with my runes and my monsters. Things will get easier, so if there does come a point where I'm too frustrated and I'm not making any progress, I'm just gonna have to take a step back, chill out, and do the smartest move, which is probably to farm more runes and try to get better monsters. Like, I might have to save up for premium packs, I don't know. That's probably not the best option. The best option is probably to just get better runes and try to use what I have now, because like I have a lot of options. Like, I have Spectra and Colleen, and I do have Sig as a nuker. And then besides that, I don't know. Vertihile hasn't shown up in the rotation yet, so we're like 3 weeks out. Yeah, so for the next 3 weeks he's not going to be there. I don't even know if he would help. He probably would, because he probably would help on 100 definitely, because he doesn't have any like dots or whatever. I'm not even sure what my team would be. I guess it would be Beretta, Vero, Bella, Verd instead of Bernard, and Sig. But then the Annabelles aren't attack broken, because Bernard's the one that attack breaks them. But I don't know, it could work out. But he's not going to show up in time, right? Because he's 3 weeks out and there's only 20 days. Or he's not 3 weeks out. He's like not even 4. I don't know. Whatever. I'm rambling. So that's the end of the video. I'm just going to cut it off and cut myself off. You're done talking. I will hopefully see you guys. I'm going to make a Path to Decency episode soon, maybe tomorrow. I was kind of hoping to finish 100 then do it, so I'm not really sure when the Path to Decency will come out. We'll see. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed the quality. This is the new MacBook quality. There's no TOA lag, so that was awesome. The file's going to be huge though, so it's going to take forever to upload. I'll see you guys in the next video.